Despite our slight confrontation last night, Maya was as peppy as usual the next day, but it seemed like there was no reason for me to worry, but that didn't mean I didn't. The bell rang and class started. Miss Shizuka wrote origami flowers on the board in an ornate script, then turned to glare at the class.
Class?
The flower festival is only a few days away. It's time again to start folding flowers to sell for the school. We do this every year, guys. I don't want to hear any groans. You're free to write me an essay on the importance of these funds for the school if you'd rather not participate. A few students rolled their eyes, but I smiled. It sounded kind of fun, and I hadn't folded origami in years. I'm handing out practice sheets because I know how bad you guys are at origami. I'm only going to teach you once, so pay attention. Shizuka returned to the front of the class, picking an ornate green paper. As she instructed the class, I realized that these were the most basic version of origami flowers. I was already familiar with them. I folded my practice paper with ease while Shizuka roamed the room. What the heck is wrong with me? Helping the students who struggled to follow along. These creases are weak. Kindergartners can do better than this. Hell, my ex could do better than this. Jesus. Sadness passed across Miss Shizuka's face. She turned to the boy next to her and slammed her hand on his desk. You need to be better. Be better for everyone's sake. Oh, wow. It seemed like quite a few students were having trouble. I went to the front of the class to get some new paper, passing John on my way back to the seat. On the way back to my seat, his paper caught my eye. You folded this the wrong way. Your flower is going to be narrow if you keep going. I'll be honest with you, Hana. I have no idea what I'm doing. Help me. He kind of looked like he was about to cry. Jesus, it's just paper. Oh no, I didn't read that. I knelt by his desk, unfolding and refolding his paper. This looks perfect. You're so good at origami. Did you make flowers at your old school too? No, I used to do origami a lot when I was younger. I guess muscle memory just kicked in. Thanks, though.
Really?
What an odd skill to have. Is it? Please. John clasped a hand around my wrist. Stay with me. Help me. Be mine. Oh, sure, if you need it.
Yeah!
Yeah! I knew. Oh, God. I knew I could count on you. Thank you, Hana. You're a goddess. Yeah. I spent the entire rest of the class period slowly doling out lessons to John and PBG. I offered to help Shane, but he turned away from me, instead watching over John's shoulder. Oh, you want to learn? No. I kept my movements large and exaggerated so he could see too. It was nice to feel useful. When class was over, I headed back to the dorms with Mai. We had a long night ahead of us, filled with homework and the possible reward of chocolate ice cream should we finish on time. But before I got far, someone called my name.
Hana!
Oh, hey. What you want, Jeff? Jeff, is everything okay? Hey, the Normal Boots Club has a meeting today, and PBG forgot to take his soccer uniform with him. He held up a blue and gold uniform. He won't have much time to change before practice if he doesn't have this, and I have to run down to the field. Can you take it for me? Of course we can. Mai grabbed the uniform from Jeff. Awesome, thanks. He dashed towards the field. Mai turned to me, victory running through her face.
Yay!
Finally! A chance to see Jirard in his element. Come on, Hana. We've got to hurry. Ching! We approached the Normal Boots Club room, hearts thumping nervously. At least, I assumed Mai's was. Judging by the way she was fidgeting like a hummingbird on acid, it was. We stepped up to the door and we were about to knock when I heard my name on someone's lips. On someone's lips? Hana. I froze and turned to Mai. Her face was lit and she pressed a finger into her lips. Oh no. She leaned in closer to the door and I followed suit. Dude, I think it's fine. What do you think she's going to do to us? You need to calm down. But it's so pink. No one has hair like that. People can't choose their hair color, Shane. That's a really poor reason to judge someone. I know, but I don't trust people with pink hair. You know, there's more to it than just the color. Don't deny it. Weird things always happen around here with pink hair. Wait, what? All around people with pink hair. Sure, but they're not dangerous. Aren't they? My heart sank. I stepped away from the door, unwilling to hear more. I held up my hand and shook my head. Just when I thought I was beginning to win Shane over. Was this how he truly felt about me? I'm heading back. But I stepped past her, walking as quickly as I could back to the dorms. Luckily, I didn't pass anyone on my way back, but I didn't think I could manage small talk without bursting into tears after what happened. I kicked off my shoes and went to my backpack down by my desk, passing the mirror. I paused as I did so, turning to the mirror, evaluating myself on a whole new level. So much grief. My hair caused me so much grief over the course of my life. Now, for some reason, Shane thought I was suspicious. Maybe he's just worried about you. I smoothed my hair with my hands, the shortness of it catching me by surprise. It was softer than when it was softer when it was long. With a sigh, I turned away and collapsed into my bed, hugging Mr. Bunny to my chest. Should I dye my hair, Mr. Bunny? I raised him up, staring into his glassy eyes. Yeah, you're right. I rolled onto my side, squeezing Mr. Bunny to my chest. Satch said it himself, you didn't choose your natural hair color. Mr. Bunny was small against me, and I smiled at him. At least he still liked me. Shaking my head, I went to my desk. I had better things to do than mope. One brief second. You're still studying, Hana? I took my headphones out of my ears and turned to Mai. Our plans for that evening were postponed, and I silently thanked her for not pushing me to keep them. I wasn't in the mood anymore. Yeah, it's only been a few hours. You haven't moved since I left the room last. She climbed in her bed and dangled her hands off to the side. At least take a break, okay?
Well...
I have been meaning to return the book I checked out. It was overdue and I had to do it at some point. I was going to do it today, but after what happened, it was the last thing I wanted. That didn't make it any less overdue, though. Go do that! Meet me at dinner afterward. If you're going to spend the rest of your life studying, at least be nutritionalized. Nutritionalized? I stretched, bending backwards to apologize to my bag for the hours of arching over a desk. I would have a hunchback by the end of my school career, I was sure. You're right, I'll go. I'll see you at dinner. It was pretty late when I got to the library. No one came at this time unless there was a term paper due. Since it was still relatively early in the year, the room was barren. Satch was working the desk as I expected, but he was joined by PBG and Paul. As soon as I saw them, I turned around, trying to walk right back out, but...
Hana.
Hey, Hana. Unfortunately, my hair also made me stick out like a sore thumb. I reluctantly joined them at the counter.
What's going on?
What was... It's like, hey, girl. Not much. I'm taking a study break to return the book I checked out. I took the book out of my bag and handed it to Satch. That book, I can't help but notice you're reading The Prince's Betrothed. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, I never would have read it without Satch's suggestion, so I have to thank him. He nodded and put the book onto the to-be-sorted shelf. No problem. I don't work in the library for nothing. I have another suggestion for you if you need one. No thanks, I want to get back to the dorms. Oh, come on, it's almost dinner. Let him check out this great book for you. Then we can all go to the cafeteria together. Well, alright. That was the last thing I wanted to do, but I was really bad at showing people that I didn't want to talk. Follow me to the fiction section. Fiction section. The fiction. The section? I don't know. We set off through the library on an epic quest for adventure and fortune. My mind raced trying to think of a good excuse so I didn't have to follow them to the cafeteria. Here it is, the Banana Club. Is that the Breakfast Club? He pulled a bright yellow book off the shelves. The Banana Club is written across in a bold font. Now, I know it sounds stupid. Looks kind of stupid too, but trust me, one of the most moving books I've ever read. The ending crushed me. He put a fist to his mouth. I thought he said put his fist in his mouth. Like, oh, okay. And blinked rapidly. Don't cry now, Satch. I'm gonna stop before I spoil everything. He handed the book to me and I glazed donuts. I gazed blankly at the cover. Thanks, Satch. And, Hana? Huh? Are you alright? You don't look very well. I wasn't really, but of course there was no way I was going to tell Satch that. I eavesdropped on their private conversation. I'm just feeling a little under the weather. I conjured a fake cough. It sounded pathetic. I think I'm gonna skip out on dinner too. I'm not feeling well enough. Satch narrowed his eyes and nodded. If you say so, do you still want to read this book? Yes, I do. Your suggestions haven't failed me so far. There's one suggestion. Okay, let me check it out to you real quick so you can get back and rest. When we got back, PBG and Paul were off on the other side of the room. Paul waved a book vehemently at PBG. Satch stepped behind the counter and grabbed my book. You know, if something is bothering you, or you're still getting used to the school, we're all here for you to talk to. I know. Transfers have it hardest around here, and everyone knows that. I nodded. He passed the book to me and I put it in my backpack. Just don't be a stranger, all right? I won't. Thanks, Satch. I'll see you tomorrow. I waved goodbye to him and made my way back to my dorm. To the dorm. Somehow, Satch always knew when I was upset or how to make me feel better. It helped that Paul and PBG weren't acting any different to me than normal either. Maybe it really was just Shane with the problem. Whatever problem that was. Maybe his girlfriend had pink hair and she reminds him of her. Oh my god. I looked up. John was standing just in front of my desk, eyes glittering.
Hey!
Yes? Jesus. Why is that all of his lines? I need you in my play. Please, Hana.
What?
John grabbed my shoulders, his arms shaking so much I felt like I was vibrating. The Drama Club, our play this year. We're doing Romeo and Juliet. I've been thinking about it for so long. I couldn't have just anyone, and I wasn't finding someone who fit my particular needs. But then you came along. I've been watching you. I'm sure you can do it. Please, Hana, I need you. Only you. Did he want me to be Juliet? At least come see what I've been working on. Please, Hana. You weren't working on... I don't know. I'm not really the acting type. I'm too shy, and no one would want to watch me. John looked like I just kicked Jacques in the face. No! But I can at least come and see what you want me to do. God dang it. Awesome. Awesome, this will be great. Meet me after school in the theater. I've got everything prepared for you. Yeah, great. Well, now that's settled. Come on, Hana, let's go to lunch. Why was lunch like... lunch? He hustled out of the room with a bird-like grace. I stared after him. It was like a whirlwind just left. He honestly reminded me a lot of Mai.
Hey.
Of your what? You coming, Hana? He poked his head around the corner. Yeah. He might have been spending too much time with that bird. What is that supposed to mean? Man, that test today was brutal. I totally bombed it. I failed miserably. PBG held up his paper. There was a big red F at the top. John winced and slowly raised his own failed exam. The two laughed and high-fived. It's not a big deal. I'll just retake it later. I have way better things to do than study. I never thought I'd pass. Jirard and I did wonderfully. Most of our homeroom did. Maybe your teacher teaches differently? Nope, I got an 89, so it's not Miss Shizuka. These two are just massive idiots. I nodded. I didn't feel like admitting it to my 93, not just seeing how badly John PBG did.
Awesome!
Wow, that's awesome, Shane. It's like your mind is just made for facts. You totally deserve it. Did you get your 97 raised, Jirard? That's not like you at all, Jirard. Jirard laughed sheepishly.
Complete it!
Yeah, I got mine to 100. Wow. To be fair, I would have gotten 100 like normal, but one of the questions could be answered in 2 ways. I told the teacher and he changed my score accordingly. I think you got a couple of points too, Satch. You had to have that 100, didn't you? Did you get a completion bonus?
Huh.
I get to take a lot of crap from you guys. That's more than enough to make it worth it. I smiled alongside them, still feeling somewhat out of my element. Shane's comments hung over my head even now, but I didn't think there was much I could do about it. Before class, I quickly filled my in on John's proposition. I'm kind of worried about it.
What?
Are you kidding, Hana? He wants you to be Juliet. And he'll be Romeo. Oh, that's so romantic. He's totally hitting on you.
I don't know.
I don't know, Mai. I'm not really an actress. I'm bad at the limelight. There's no way he wouldn't have noticed that, and I doubt he's hitting on me either. Hana, get a grip on yourself. You're total babe. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. Any guy would be lucky to have you. That's why you're my best friend. I mean, why else would he make such a big deal out of it? He did seem upset. You might have a point. John as Romeo and me as Juliet. It was corny, but kind of cute. Visions of myself and John in period clothes sweeping across the stage floated through my mind. Oh my god, I want to see, like, Jacques in a Victorian dress. That would be hilarious. Spotlights glistening in his hair. What if he's Romeo? He leaned in towards me. Oh my god. On guard! No! What? Romeo, my love. Juliet. This isn't how the story was supposed to go. Romeo. Wait, was that a foreshadow of events? Whoa, what's wrong? Nothing, sorry. Is class over? Yeah, you're going to the theater, right? After that daydream, it was hardly like I had a choice.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you back at the dorms.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Oh my god, they're still up. It's okay, Hana. You can do this. The theater's here, right? Door opened to a gorgeous room with bright red seats. John was down on the stage, his arms flung to the ceiling. Oh my god. Oh my god, are they gonna do it? That'd be hilarious. Doth thou prostitution's relinquish mind famine? Nay. Nay! Jock, you gotta have a little more intensity. Don't you want to be famous? Nay. Why, you little... Excuse me?
Hana!
His voice shot up several octaves. Come in, come in, come in. He leaped up to the stairs, grabbed me by the hand, and pulled me into the room. I wasn't sure you were going to come. Thank you so much, Hana. You're really the only person I could trust to do this. Looks like I'm the only person at all here. About that, John. I don't know about this. I'm not really an actress. There's no way I could be Juliet. Hmm? Oh, no. He stopped pulling me. Who said anything about Juliet? Didn't you?
No.
No. That wasn't the part you wanted to talk to me about? Oh, no, of course not. You're right. You're not suited to Juliet at all. Ouch. He ran backstage, returning with a large inflatable bag. Actually, I wanted you to be... Drum roll, please, Jacques. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He tossed the bag on the stage. The crumpled plastic unraveled, revealing...
Yeah!
A tree! Oh my god. Tree. You're perfect for the part. You're so shy and quiet, and you have an impressive ability to stand still for long periods of time. Dang. The other day in class, you stared into space for almost 20 minutes straight and didn't move a muscle. Of course. Why would he want me to play a lead role? It was obvious I wasn't cut out for that kind of thing. Wanting to play the Romeo to my Juliet. How ludicrous. What's wrong? Of course I wouldn't be able to play Juliet. No one would think I could do that. Well, it's not that you can't. But John wasn't trying to be mean. He didn't seem to get that it was insulting. Yeah, it is kind of insulting. But being a lead role is hard. I'll think about it, okay? But I'm gonna go for now. I was in theater, so yeah. My last main show, I was the lead role, and God, I hated it. I thought I wanted it, but then it turned out to be a lot more work than I wanted it to be. Which is weird, because I was a lead role before, but it was in a shorter play, so it wasn't that big of a deal. That was like the main part of this whole show, so I didn't have to worry about anybody else screwing up. Except for, a few scenes. If you say so, be sure to give me your answer soon. I'm so ready for this. It's going to be the best play yet, especially with Jacques as oh my god! Am I gonna see Jacques in a Victorian era dress? I love you. They did a little red dot. Goodbye, John.
See you later.
How awful was that?